What's up, everybody? It's your girl CC with Where It Begins Magazine, and I got my co-host Theo on the line. Hey, Theo.
What's good, CC?
Hey, it's September. That's all I can say.
Listen, man, they don't understand, man. It's September. It's get it season for us, man. If you rock with anything that we do, you're going to see us turn up the volume a whole lot this month, man, because it's September, man. It's our month. So we got to do it, CC.
Hey, we going to do it. It ain't we got to do it. We going to do it. That's how I feel.
Yeah, no, it's coming. It's coming. But yeah, man. I'm happy to be here, man. I'm glad, we made it to September, man. We made it this far in the year, man. We had a bunch of dope interviews so far, but I'm definitely excited to bring another one to the table, man. I'm excited to hear what you got to say to us today.
Yes, me too. So let us get to it. I'm gonna go ahead and let her introduce herself for who she is, what she does, where she's from.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Shanese. I may look familiar to some of you guys because I've been on Family Feud. A couple years ago, I was on season 6 of 60 Days In with A&E, which is now on Hulu and Netflix. I am from the show me state of Kansas City, Missouri. And so I currently live in Atlanta, Georgia, and just out here trying to make a change. You know, I was trying to make a change when I decided to volunteer with 60 Days In. And after several missed opportunities, now I have my own production company. We're writing films, we're producing films, directing films. We're getting ready to submit over $500,000 proposal for a project. So I'm just out here trying to change lives and bring awareness to things that affect people and be supportive to the underdog. So that's just a little bit about me and what I do and where I'm from.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's what's up. Yeah.
How was that experience being on Family Feud, though?
Let me tell you, Family Feud was crazy and awesome because I remember I woke up one morning and it was like, I get up at 3:00 every morning and I saw that they were having auditions and I'm like, I don't have time to get my family together. So I was like, you know what? We got to use this big old personality that people say I have. And I went to work because at the time I was a teacher and I did this audition myself. And it was an awesome experience. We had the opportunity to fly to Atlanta. We had the opportunity twice because what a lot of people don't realize is once you're cast and you get to the point where you get that postcard where your family's made it, you go back in and you have to audition again on the stage with the lights, with the camera, with the fake audience, so they can see how you'll do, under the pressure. And so a lot of times they bring in maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 families and they can only get in 3 or 4 families. And so it's the families that stand out. And so we had some hiccups. I was trying to do a whole little choreographed section. I think too much. And everybody wasn't on board. One person's going left, one's going right. So we didn't make it. But they loved us so much that they brought us back within a year, and we were able to be on the show, interact with Steve Harvey. And it actually, it was a great opportunity because once you are in this industry and you get in good with different people, I've had 2, 3 other producers call me from other game shows that were recommended because of the time and the relationships that I was able to build with Family Feud. So it was awesome. I mean, we did it in 2016 and I'm still seeing the residuals from that. So it's awesome. It's awesome.
But did y'all win though? Did y'all get that big bonus?
So let me tell you what had happened. Let me tell you what had happened. What had happened was we were winning and we made it to sudden death. We had the highest amount of points. So, this is the buzzer. And so what had happened was my auntie knew the answer, but she put her hand all the way up and smacked it where the other guy just hit it. So we didn't win. But you know what? It was a good opportunity for the family to get together, to fellowship. And then that gave me the confidence to be able to audition for other things because I thought my talent was just for the Midwest. So I realized that it wasn't about, God didn't send me on that journey to win or lose. He sent me on that journey to say, hey, it's time for you to do something else. You've outgrown the Midwest. You were able to get your family on by yourself. It's time to do some stuff. It's time to get paid for your personality, for your talent. And that to me was the win in it.
That is. That
Yeah,
is.
and actually, I had a chance to be in the audience for Family Feud, so I got
Ooh,
to get an experience of how it actually is ran from the backside, and I was like, wow,
yes.
it was amazing. It was different, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed actually being able to see, and then he was interactive with us
Oh
on,
yeah.
breaks and stuff. He comes to the audience and talk to you and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
that was a great experience.
Listen, man, somebody tell can I get Steve Harvey's number? Can I get off in this thing, man? Like, I don't have a Family Feud story. That sounds dope, man. Listen though, so taking Family Feud, did y'all actually go on other game shows?
Um, they reached out to me. Unfortunately, I got called to do a game show last year, and I was getting ready to have surgery. I had to have a thyroidectomy,
Oh
and
wow.
so I couldn't commit. They needed a certain amount of time. Then the one I just got called for, they wanted us to pay our own way to
Yeah,
LA, and Family Feud spoiled me. They paid for
yeah.
everything. So for me to have had that as my first game show, and then another game show was like, hey, you got to pay during COVID and monkeypox. I was like, yeah, no, thank you, I'm good. I'll stay here
Yeah.
and play it on the computer or on my tablet.
No. I definitely feel you on that. I was just interested because I wanted to know what's the family track record? What kind of record y'all working with over there? So hopefully y'all had came back from that 0-1 deficit.
No. We got it. We got it. We
Okay.
gonna do it. And even if it's not, because a lot of them were not necessarily games for the whole family. They'll pick out different people and say, hey, so one of us will represent for the whole family, and we gonna win. We gonna win some big money. I feel it in my hand is itching.
I
I'm
got you.
about to get some money, honey.
Spread it over. Spread it over. I'm taking it. Let me scratch my hands.
Claiming it. Claiming it. I
Yes,
feel it.
got to.
So you say you're working on some new projects and some new films. Tell us about that.
So I just finished writing a pilot for a film called Recidivism after volunteering to go to jail and wondering and talking to the people about, why do you keep coming back here? Like, this is like your life. Like, I don't want nobody to tell me what time to shower, to eat. And so I wrote a pilot episode. I'm praying, fingers crossed, we'll find out September 7th if we have an opportunity to pitch to some big networks. So I have Recidivism, which is about a mother-daughter duo that are getting their PhD together in criminal justice. And they decide to do this unprecedented project to figure out why the recidivism rate is so high in the African-American community. So that's one project. We also have the Temperance J experience. And that is a kind of an exotic, I call it kind of a P-Valley meets Ayana Van Zant meets I can't girlfriends. So it's couples that are busy that they can't get that love, they can't figure out the love language. And so Temperance J, who is an ex-exotic dancer, but she also is a licensed psychologist, her and her husband help these people with unconventional ways rekindle their relationship. And then the main thing we're working on is our autoimmune documentary, which is called Diseases No More Suffering in Silence. And so we did a trailer and we're working on some fundraising for that. We're working on our Indiegogo campaign. We have some proposals to just bring awareness to the different autoimmune diseases, because autoimmune diseases affect 23.5 million people in the United States, and they mostly affect people of color and women. So I suffer from now, I think I'm at 4 or 5 autoimmune diseases. And so there's a lot of things that people don't understand. And they had me looking like a chronic complainer on the show because I couldn't simply take the chicken out of my noodles. And so, when I have a YouTube page called Drama Queen Vlog, and I talk about my journey with celiac, my journey with my thyroid surgery, my journey with volunteering to go to jail. And I have people that reach out to me like, man, thank you for doing this, because people think, my family thinks that I'm just complaining, or my boyfriend or my spouse think that I don't want to just be with them because of A, B, C, D, E. And so it's just about bringing awareness and in allowing people the opportunity to be more sympathetic and empathetic instead of being mean, because the world we live in now, people are just mean and cruel, and they want to bring people down. And I think that if people understood, as someone that suffers from an autoimmune disease, what I go through to even just go out and go to the store, and if you snapping and doing all of that, like, you don't know what people are going through every day. And so this is my baby, is to bring awareness to what people are going through that you may not know, because I'm smiling, you said something about you smiling, you're happy, but you don't know, when I woke up this morning, I couldn't walk because my magnesium is so low, because I had my thyroid taken out, that I can't walk. But everybody has their issues. And so it's not about complaining and making people feel sorry for you, but it's just about bringing awareness and letting people know, hey, we all have things that are going on. Let's try to be positive and support one another. So if we're out there and somebody's having a bad day, maybe you can just say, hey, sister, you look pretty today. I like your outfit. And something as simple as that can change somebody's, mood or, their thought process. And so those are a couple of projects. I have some other reality competitions that we're pitching, but those are my babies, because those are things that are more than just entertainment. Right now, I think with the African-American community and the media, everything is about entertainment. It's about ratchet. It's about the shock factor. It's not about empowering people. It's not about educating people. It's not about uplifting. And so those are the projects that I'm concentrating on right now.
Yeah, now, unfortunately, it's hard to get people's attention if you're not talking about the darker side of things. And while we're blaming media, we're the ones that tune into it. So, we just got to educate each other and get out of it. That's the only way that's ever going to happen. But listen, so definitely, you're obviously, empowered by your message. And it sounds like everything that you're doing is kind of going towards the same messaging, right? To speak up for those causes. Is that the reason why you got involved with the 60 Days In project to begin with, or did they seek you out kind of because of it?
So originally, this was in 2019. I was in Kansas City, Missouri. I ran an alternative school program for youth 17 to 20. And so I heard many stories about the criminal justice system. And I was just like, dude, whatever. I don't want to hear it. You shouldn't have sold the drugs. You shouldn't have sold this. You shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have did this. I was like a lot of people. I lacked empathy and sympathy for that. However, that ain't why I volunteered, because I didn't know I was volunteering to go to jail at the time. Because of course you can't say who wants to volunteer to go to jail, because then, people are going to be looking at all the jails, well, who's here for the show. And so it was a very generic casting call. And so once it was like, do you have a big personality? Check. Yeah. Do you like helping people? Check. Do people listen to you? Check. Okay, that sounds interesting. And then I had the phone call and they were like, yeah, so this is for 60 Days In. Oh yeah, I'm a fan, but I'm not interested, because I'm not, I talk about the people that volunteer. I'm like, these are some idiots. Like, what Black person volunteers to go to jail? I've spent my whole life trying to avoid going to jail, and now I'm a volunteer.
On purpose.
On purpose. And I have a debilitating disease, which I can't eat half of the stuff that they're going to feed me. So, I'm good. But then it was God telling me, hey, do a little bit of research and see how other people that have celiac disease or food intolerances or food allergies, how they're treated in jail. Are they listened to? Do people take them serious? Have they almost died? Did they develop other diseases? And I did. When I was in there, I had to have surgery because of I didn't have Graves' disease when I walked into the jail of Etowah County Detention Center. And I read the stories about that. I developed this because of the poor nutrition and the fact that they didn't even know what celiac was, what a gluten-free diet was. And so they could continue to feed me stuff that I was allergic to, that I couldn't eat. My feet swole up. My heart palpitations were bad. When I got out of jail, my thyroid numbers were 7 times higher than they should have been. So yes, I did it because I knew that I could be a mouthpiece. I didn't know that my health would take the hit that it did, but I'm glad that it did, because what I realized is some people, if they can't see your sickness and they can't see something physically wrong with you, they don't believe you.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that as an African American and an African American woman who we have it so hard and people don't believe us, they don't support us, that if I had to go on national TV and bring awareness that I did have some physical things that people were able to see and know, it's not a game. Because yes, I am a fighter for the underdog. I love, in high school, when I graduated from high school, I graduated with my associate's degree because I was wanted to teach. And so I got my child care certificate. And that's kind of what started, is because I did my internship working with special needs kids. And I was like, I don't want to work with the people that have the things going for them and that have the money going for them and the support. I want to work with the people that don't have and the need somebody to help them. And so
So it
definitely
sounds
was.
like you've been kind of taking up causes for a very long time.
Oh yeah.
So that led you into the 60 days in situation. My question I wanted to get to, so what was that experience like? Obviously, we know that part, right? How it affected you. And kind of looking up some things online, it seems like people do respect your efforts to bring light to that sort of thing. But and definitely respect to that in the mission. It sounds like you went to the right place to deliver the message. But outside of the food treatment, how was that actual experience for you? Like you said, you were, we're all trying to avoid being in that situation, and yet you found yourself in that situation trying to further your cause. But what was the actual experience like?
So let's talk about the good. Let's talk about the good first, because, usually I concentrate on the bad, and I don't want to do that with this interview. The good. I was able to look past the inmates and their crime and the fact that they were inmates. When my feet start swelling up, the inmates were the ones that told me that I had heart issues. The inmates were the ones that massaged my feet. The inmates, when I couldn't eat and I wasn't getting a gluten-free meal, the inmates were the ones that were raising hell, making sure that I ate. The inmates were the ones going to say, okay, tell us what celiac is and tell us, what you can and can't eat so we can help you. I did not expect them to have the heart that they did. I did not expect them to support like they did. I did not expect to build relationships with people that are in jail, relationships that some of them I still talk to. I did not expect my students and parents to be right about the COs. There was an episode, I think episode 5, called Mother's Day Mayhem, where the CO was purposely banging on the walls, knocking on the walls, turning off the light, turning on the lights. I literally saw COs identify those that were weak and purposely try to bring them down. Tell them, you're fat, you stink, you got an effed up weave and don't nobody love you. And I'm just sitting there like, would you talk to somebody on the street like this? I didn't expect that. The other thing was the drugs. I, to my knowledge, have not been around heroin, crack, cocaine, clone in the real world. In jail, I was involved with all of that. I never been around people going through withdrawals and learning what they have to do to go through withdrawals. I mean, it was an eye-opening experience, and it really made me, one of the things that I do as an educator and working with at-risk youth, and I did it in the jail, is I don't ask like, what's wrong with you? I ask, who did this to you or what happened? And it's a lot of trauma in the jail and a lot of unhealed trauma. And I didn't expect them to tell me, well, I just keep coming back because I need structure, or I need to know when I'm gonna eat. I need to know, that I'm gonna get 3 meals, or I'm gonna have air in the summer. There was one inmate that told me that they specifically went to jail because I was in Alabama in a certain month because of the weather, and they knew that the weather was going to be kind of bad and they wanted to be safe and in a protective environment.
Wow.
And that's not my mind frame.
Yeah,
I like to think for myself, and it perplexed me and it saddened me at the many things, the lack of mental health that's there.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. You mentioned your first project dealing with recidivism, and there's definitely a whole host of reasons why it's just a revolving door of people that are back in. And in most cases, they're not there to be rehabilitated. They're not there to be empowered in any shape, form, or fashion to leave there with more skills than they came in with. So unfortunately that just goes through, because it's at a certain point people have to look at the system as what it is. It's a money machine to make money for a lot of local governments, a lot of counties around the country.
Definitely.
So they're not truly solving a problem. They're in a business. So definitely we wish you luck on your projects coming up. Where can they find some of these projects to kind of spread those messages?
So Drama Queen is drama regular way, Queen with a K. Vlog on YouTube, Drama Queen 16 on Facebook, Instagram. The name of my production company is Classy Creations. Classy's with a K. KLAZZY. Creations is KRE, the number 8, because I'm an AKA.
Okay.
TIONS. Classy Creations production company. We have a lot of our projects on our website. We're getting ready to do our Indiegogo campaign, and we're going to have that on there. We're getting ready to do a popcorn fundraiser, so that'll be on our page. Also have a website, dramaqueen.com, drama queen with the K again.com. I have them listed on there as well. So we're everywhere.
I see. A lot of different spots for people to get at you. So
Yes.
Definitely want people to come out and support what you got going on, because you have a lot of positive messaging. Definitely in that. Let me ask you a question though. What's the first thing you did when you got out? What happened on day 61?
Okay, so this is what happened. So first of all, I stopped taking a shower in the jail after week 1 because the girls would do nasty stuff. I won't get specific, but we know what women have. And yeah, so the first thing I did when I got to the hotel was I got my loofah out and I got in the shower. And it was so weird because I was just telling my manager, I was like, I had to get back in the shower because when I got out of the shower, you know how you dry off? I still had so much dead skin on the towel because I hadn't been able to take a real shower. So I took 2 showers, dried myself out. I put some lotion on, honey, because we had watered down lotion in there. And I ordered me a steak from Longhorn and some broccoli and some mashed potatoes. And I got in the bed in the hotel and I watched the TV, because the thing is, there was a TV and my room was right by the TV, but I didn't have control of the remote. So it's just the simple things like calling my mom and knowing that nobody can listen to my conversation. So it's just, I didn't do anything special. I just showered, ate, called my family, watched the news. The day that I got out, there was actually a tornado warning in my hometown. And I saw that on the news. So I'm calling everybody like, hey, and they're like, are you out? Like, I'm like, yeah, they're like, you good? I'm like, I'm good. So, just the basic stuff that you miss when you're in jail. Nothing major. I miss taking a shower and not having women come in and, ooh, hey, ooh, yeah, what's she working with?
Yeah.
So that was the first thing. Comfort.
Privacy, essentials, and comfort. Did your family knew, I assume, that you were there for that purpose and not something else?
So we could tell 2 people because they had to go through an extensive NEA as well to allow them an opportunity to talk to us. And so I actually asked for an extra family member because I have a family member that's an attorney. And so I wanted her to, be able to look over all of everything. And so, yeah, only those 3 people knew. And so it was weird. Everybody just knew I kind of disappeared for a little bit. They didn't know what. And I was like, just trust me. But it was very difficult because as a daddy's girl, daddy wasn't having it. And we had some major issues because he's like, I can't protect you. And like, no, this is stupid. Like, why are you doing this? So they knew. They didn't like it, but they knew.
Okay.
But I think they understand more now because I told them it's not about me. God, this is a God-driven mission. Shanese would not volunteer to go to jail on her own. So
but yeah, you gotta admit though, just coming in, calling somebody one day and be like, look, I'm about to go undercover. Like, that's random. That's real random. And especially if that's not the type of person you are, right? It goes against the nature of everything they know about you. It's not your career history. It's not, you
well,
didn't
don't
have
get
a
it twisted.
dream.
I done been in jail before now. Let me not
No. I mean, like, you didn't have a dream of being an undercover agent as a kid, right? Like, you weren't working in some type of correctional type of manner to where this might just come up about as an assignment. This is something random that they know you're trying to avoid, and then you just disappear and you come back out like, hey, I'm on the street, I just got out, you know what I mean? Like, I got questions, Shanese. I need to know. Like, that's the first thing I'm telling you once you get home.
Exactly. I've had many questions.
I bet.
But the experience overall, would you recommend someone else do that? Obviously, the people who are considering for those type of, because we see these type of projects coming up more and more.
So here's the deal. I actually just spoke with, there's a new season of 60 Days In on now. This is the third, actually comes on Thursday. This is the third episode. And I've actually spoke with 3 of the people that are on this season. Here's the deal. It depends on what your end goal is. What I learned, like we said earlier, is media is not about empowering, educating, doing all of that. It's about entertainment and making people look good, bad, whatever. So if you're doing it to empower and to educate, know that may not happen. Know that your story, my contract, I believe, was about 40 pages, roughly. And they tell you your story can be manipulated. We can do this. We can do this. Don't be stupid like me. I was stupid, and I'm far from a stupid person because in my mind, I thought my story is enough, so they're not going to make this entertaining. They're not going to make this drama filled. I would say if it's what you want to do and it's in your heart, do it, because guess what? It did not turn out the way that I wanted it to turn out originally, but guess what? Now I have the platform. Now people know who I am. And now I can go and do what I need to do. If it wasn't with A&E or Lucky 8, I can do it with somebody else. So don't let what happened to me and my disappointments keep you from doing what God has sent you to do. Just know your story can be manipulated. I think the biggest thing I heard a vlogger say this about the Atlanta Housewives. He said, I'm just so surprised that it's all of these women that have these connections and they haven't tried to start their own, network or own production company. So what I say is, if you want to do stuff like that, do what I'm doing. Try to start your own network and your own production company so you can really, really direct the narrative and have it go the way that you want it to go. But definitely by any means, do it. Go for it. Go for it.
Hey, you preach it to the choir over here, Shanese. CC and I just recently launched our Model Booth TV. So we're trying to give our people a platform in the same vein, man. Whatever your message is, find a way to get it out there. Find a vehicle to get it done, and don't wait on somebody else to come find you. So we definitely respect that.
Yeah, I respect what y'all doing, and I appreciate the opportunity that you guys have given me to come on your platform and talk, because we got to work together to bring change in this community.
Yeah,
that's true.
No, you're right. You're right.
But I know we went over time, so we're not gonna do our trivia question today, but we're gonna have to get you back on here so you can Give us some more. We're gonna play our game next time. We
That
get you on
works.
the platform.
Okay.
But before you get off, tell everybody your social medias again so they can follow you.
Drama Queen, but Queen is with a K. Drama Queen 16, Drama Queen vlog, or just Drama Queen. You can find me there.
Just look for the drama queen. You'll be all right.
But I definitely want to say thanks for coming on our platform and interviewing with us today and us listening to your journey. Like, I love that you're doing positive things in the community. So anything that you have going on, let us know. We definitely are great supporters to anything that you have.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. And you guys stay safe and have a blessed one.
You as well. You as well. Good luck with all your projects again.
All right. Thank you, sweetheart.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.